Good morning, Fort Pierce City Marina here. Been out of the hard for a couple weeks. Been over here for, I don't know, 3-4 days maybe. Don't remember. I got a great slip. Beautiful. This is a complete change to being in a shed on the hard, which was a total of 7 weeks. But been meaning to make a video, or been thinking I need to make a video. Talked to a friend the other day, and he's, I realized I had a lot to say, and that I hadn't said anything in a very long time. But what I found as I'm walking around the boat here,
Integrity is a 45-foot catamaran that will be fully renovated for a 10-year global circumnavigation. Join me virtually and/or actually as I transverse the globe.
so what I found is I had a lot to say. There's a lot to catch people up on. So meant to do that one of these beautiful mornings, and it's one of those. I have not combed my hair. I got my reading glasses on. It's all good. I haven't got half my coffee done, but I was inspired. Actually, there were some dolphins out here. I ran out to get a picture of them. I got a great picture of them, or actually video of them, I thought. Then I realized I didn't have the record button on, so whatever. So what I've found is that I've been back-to-back work, like 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, constantly. And as a sole sailor, one person on a boat, it's pretty impossible to keep all these projects going and also try to video record them all and to put a video together. My intention was to start earlier, but projects have to come first. So I've gotten to a point now where things are slowing down. The big projects are coming in. The vendors who are going to be doing that are going to be coming in. So I will be assisting them, but I might have a little more time to get things done myself. And I'm actually getting on top of a lot of my personal stuff that has been dragging me down a lot. So I feel like quite possibly I'm going to be able to get more on top of that. So what I wanted to do is give you guys an update video real quick. My intention here is pretty soon. Now, by the time I leave at the latest, but hopefully well before that, I'm going to really start the videos. My intentions in the videos to be very professional with them, so it takes a lot of time. Make sure I'm catching most of the stuff, or capturing most of the stuff. And then once I start, it'll be a weekly video, so people are pretty much up to date with what I'm up to. In the interim, what I thought I'd do is catch you up to where I'm at. So let me point you to a couple of things. First of all, this is the cross beam. This is a brand new cross beam. My rigger put that in whilst we were on the hard. What we have sitting over here are the pulpits. The pulpits go on either the corner of the front of the bow here that appears to be missing. These are the old ones I've got just in case. The new ones are supposed to be coming in mid-February from Vietnam. And February 14th, we're going to put a bowsprit on. Bowsprit extends beyond the front of the cross beam and creates a place where a second head sail can be put. So we could have an option of 2 different sails if one lives up there, if you will. In doing so, it creates, significant forces having a sail in the front of the boat. So what they do is they put what they call a compression beam. The compression beam comes here straight back to here to help with that, those forces basically. And because of that, this netting has to be taken off, or essentially what happens is we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to sew it back on either side and put the eyelets in, etc. And we're going to end up with 2 nets, one on either side. It'll tie up to the compression beam. So that's February 14th. Today, well, let me show you what else is going on before we get to that part. I haven't taken a look at the boat for a while. These are my battens that go into the mainsail. My mainsail and the Genoa are sitting at a sail loft, max sails, and well, south of us. I've now got the logos on. Logos are on the side of the boat. Logos are on the stern of the boat. I know I'm going fast, but you'll see why in a minute. That's a pretty picture, maybe. And the main logo's up on the front bow of the boat. So we've got that accomplished. We did a lot of fiberglass work when it was on the hard. You can see that it's been, a lot of it's been compounded and buffed out. There's still plenty to do. That's all on my plate pretty much. Did a lot of gel coat work in regards to insurance work. Still a lot to do that is not insurance work that I'm working on, so that stuff's kind of going on. We put on the solar panels on the back, solar array. These are bifacial solar panels. These are 580 watts. As far as I'm aware, probably the largest solar panels to be put on a smaller vessel like this. And when I say smaller, as opposed to 100, 150, 200 foot vessel. These are huge for this boat. And not only are 580 watts, they're 580 watts on one side. The bifacial, if you look on this side, is just the same as the other side. This can also get sun rays, and they can bounce off the water and go up and also provide wattage to this side, so that could increase from 580 watts to, well, they say up to 30% more. So I've got a ton of solar on the back end, and I'm putting the solar in. We had to move the ladder here. And that's why there's a ladder sitting there. So now the ladder needs to be readjusted and figured out how we're gonna put that now back here, messing with the gel coat and the non-skid and etc. So a lot going on there. When I went down to Fort Lauderdale, I picked up my front furler, which is this. Looks like it's in pretty good shape, so we're gonna look at that and see if we can just reinstall that rather than put up a new one. The battery time is coming Monday morning. These are batteries here, believe it or not. These, I don't know how many's in this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd say 12. These are 12 of the 280 amp lithium batteries. I've got more in different places within the boat. 16 total. 280 amp batteries, and I've got 4 100 amp batteries for my 12 volt system. So today I've got a guy coming who's going to be helping me on the waste lines. What happens is the waste permeates the lines after a period of time, and then the boat basically just smells. So the way to rectify that is put in new lines. I'm not only putting in just new lines, I'm putting in very expensive new lines that are warranted not to do that for 10 years. So what I'm calling my hose guy is coming, and I think we're going to work a long day today and a long day next Saturday. This is a weekend warrior kind of thing, and we're going to get them pulled and replaced. I've got all the parts and ready to go for that. Monday morning, as I showed you some of the batteries, we start putting in batteries as part of the power system. I sold you the solar arch. The solar arch is just the beginning. 2 more of those large panels are going there, one there and one back there. Then I'm putting panels which are, I'm going to say 24 by 60. I think they're not exactly that. I don't have as much room on this side, but I'm putting some on the front here. I'm putting some back here. I'm putting one on either side of the window on the bimini. I'm also going to make it so I can put solar panels up here when I'm moored, anchored, or on a dock. In total, all of those rigid panels will be about 5,800 watts if I remember right. In addition, I'm going to leave the walk areas on the salon to service everything open. However, if I chose to, I could put flexible panels on those that can be walked on, and that would be an additional 1200 watts. So now we're up to almost 7,000 watts. If I also wanted to, I also got the decks that I'm walking on down here. Some of this area is large enough to put some of those panels on. I could put them here. That would be a last minute thing. So the flexible panels on the top, I will not be putting on for sure while I'm here. I'm gonna go out after I get all this completed, probably the Bahamas for probably months, and shake everything out, and then I'll make a decision whether I need them or not. The ones on the lower deck here, probably not, but it's open as a possibility if I feel like I really need it, especially to charge all those batteries. So that's the power system to some degree. That's negating the fact that we have to put 3 5,000 watt inverters in. We're putting an auto transformer in. I'm putting 20 MPPTs. The MPPTs, each one of them power or take the power from each solar panel and then converts it appropriately or manages it appropriately and puts it into the batteries. I will not have 20 panels on here. I will have the possibility of 20 panels, so I'll be pre-wired, including the flexible panels on the top. If I choose to put them on, it won't take much to do it. Power, what's next? I talked about I didn't talk about my sails. Are sitting down to max sails, which is south of here, 45 minutes. What's happening with those? We took a look to make sure they're okay. I'm putting a third reef because it only has 2 reefs on my main sail. I'm putting a third reef in on the front sail called the Genoa. I'm taking off the UV sun cover, which is on the last 6 inches of the bottom, last 6 inches of the back. I'm taking that off, which is a what do they call it? Sunsail? Sunsail Red. Sunsail is the name of the chartering company. And I'm going to put my color on, which is blue. I'm also getting a sail pack, which covers the sails when they're pulled down. Hold on a minute. I see some I can turn around. Always easier, I think. Yeah, back there, if you look, there's a blue thing. That's a sail pack. I'm getting one in the same color. On the side will be imprinted SV Integrity in the YouTube symbol. What else? Oh, AC systems will be ordered soon here. I've got 2 current AC systems, which actually run on AC. So I like to call them air cons that run on AC. We're going to be pulling them, and we're going to be putting in 6 aircon systems, 1 in every of the 4 cabins, and then 2 in the salon. They're all going to run on 24 volt DC systems, so they'll use a lot less energy. Plus you can minimize or limit the cooling of the areas that need to be, so that'll help on power utilization and just overall comfort. I also have a water maker down there sitting ready to go in, be put in. Through holes all ready to go. Just needs to be wired in. A water maker on a boat basically is a desalination plant, and it takes the salt out of the seawater, and then it creates good water. You put good water into your tanks anywhere you want. What else have I got? Well, before I put it into the water, I might have some pictures of this. If I do, I'll put them there somewhere. But on the hull, what we did is I put 5 high quality underwater lights. I put 4 4-blade max props on the back, which are very nice. I put some very high-end expensive rope cutters on the props so that they wouldn't get cut with rope or caught by rope or other debris in the ocean, hopefully. What else do we do under there? I put a lightning dissipator plate on the bottom of the hull, and of course when we did the bottom paint, what I elected to do was to soda blast it, which means take every coat of paint and every coat of primer off all the way to the gel coat, so that we could analyze what its current condition was, fix anything it needed to be, and then start all over again with we put 3 coats of primer back on it, and then 2.5 coats essentially of paint. That's a big and expensive process, but it should be good for years to come. What else? Oh, the cabin that I'm standing over here on the port starboard to the right, port to the left, to the port cabin, which is right here, not quite the bow, but after the bow. That's all that is going to be ripped out. We're going to make that a utility space. That includes massive drawers for tools and storage and other things. It'll also be a separate washer and dryer, commercial ice maker, and some degree of fridge/freezers, so I can have a lot of storage for food while I'm gone for a significant period of time. So I'm sure I forgot a lot. There's a lot going on here. Oh, the mast itself. So the mast is supposed to come in March. Then we have to do a lot of work to the mast. We have to run all the electrical, the VHF, the lightning, all of that stuff. Also putting some, the radar. I'm also putting some significant lighting on it. So lighting will go from the spreaders up the mast and down the mast. I'm putting lighting towards the aft here, which will show up towards the mast, or actually kind of more so towards the mainsail. This is what we hear all the time here. I kind of like trains. They make me feel old time and comfortable for some reason. Anyways, so the lights will shine onto the mast and onto the mainsail. There's two purposes. One is cool, more so because you can look and see the mast at night when you're sailing, or the mainsail, and you know what it's doing. We'll also be putting a nice strong headlamp on the front of the mast, which will shine here on the front bows. That's really loud. That must be a big train. Maybe you'll see it there in the background. Probably not. Anyways, so you can come out here, you'll be able to see where you're going really well. This also goes with my underwater lighting. Also show you on the back here. We put a fog light up. This is not wired in, but you see that light in the back. That's a 6,000 lumen DC run system, so that thing will light things up. I'm also going to put one of them in each of the two corners of the front of the bow. I'm going to walk in here. You can see the current condition of the inside before we tear it up today and get a little quieter. So then I'll have headlights up here, one on the other side. What other lighting am I going to put on here? All these ropes in the front cockpit here, and the opening, it's the same in the aft cockpit. It has an opening back here. They have rope lighting in there. Also, it runs up here, all the way around the actual salon here. All the lights, interior, in all of the spaces. All of these are old amber looking lighting. They need to all be replaced with some more brilliant lighting, so that'll be done. Oh man, I'm probably missing a lot, but we got a redo thing. We're pulling this out. I won't need this, or we're gonna take this out. I'm gonna completely redo the nav station. This is a waste of space. We're gonna create this up the same level of the other stuff here. If you look at it from here, here's my socks. So we're gonna lift it up, and then we're gonna lift it out to this space. There's some more batteries. And we're gonna create all the storage with access through doors from different spaces, including behind where you can't actually see. The washer and dryer, while I'm talking about it, I have somebody here, so I don't know what the condition of the cabin is, but this is the cabin where everything's gonna be ripped out of and redone. The washer and dryer will actually be in this space back here. And then I'm hoping to find some freezer type unit to put in here. These drawers and these walls, to my knowledge, are coming out. So then the cabinets will literally run here, pretty much, and all storage shelves here. Meanwhile, this is what it looks like when you're in the midst of all these projects. And this is after I've cleaned up for 2 weeks after being on the hard, so this is actually pretty clean. It's getting pretty warm in here. I just got the water heater working because the air conditioning also does the heating, not the water heater, sorry, the heater itself. I've organized and reorganized this over and over and over again. I actually finally just got my bikes down here, my electric bikes. They just barely fit in here. I got like tools, which I just organized the other day, so I can now find tools. This hasn't been used pretty much since I've taken the boat. This is my messy cabin. And this is what we're going to be working on today. This is the tank beneath here that got to be pulled. All those waste lines that go into the tank, and all the waste lines that go out of the tank, which is, well, it's not connected at the moment, but go out of the tank and through one of those through holes. So that's going to be the task for today. Anyways, I hope that helps everybody to get a little better idea. I'm looking forward to doing full-on videos here the very near future. As you can see, I've got a lot of projects and a lot of things going on. But it's getting to be a little bit kind of like a home. I have a beautiful spot here. Enjoy waking up in the morning and watching the scenery. And hopefully a couple, 3 months, I'll be heading towards the Bahamas. Talk to you. Bye.